Well, I mean, would you have stayed there if that hadn't happened?
No, that didn't have anything to do with it. I decided to move out of Chicago because, quite frankly, I was a web designer, and the job market pretty much vanished in Chicago when the so-called internet bubble burst in the early 2000s, late 90s.
But hasn't web design been shipped out to India and China now?
Pretty much, for larger corporations. I started working for local firms in southern New Mexico. So I got a job there, and now I'm working for Alex Jones.
Great. Anyway, welcome to the club, and I'm glad you're hitched up with a good guy. I just think that I want Alex to do more of a NPR voice on a regular basis, just to cool himself out and make fun of NPR. I think he could do both. I worry about him getting a heart attack from just jumping around like that and freaking out.
Well, Leo, I tell you what, I want to thank you for the call. I'm going to let you go. I want to comment on that. I have known Alex since, I guess, November of 98 when he first came into my store. And that ain't going to happen. Alex is Alex, and what you see there is what you get. You know, and the guy, you know, what he projects is what he feels, and he's like a bull in a china closet, and it's not going to change. Now, he can do really good imitations and other voices and whatnot for fun, but what you see is what you get with Alex. People always love to criticize Alex because he's so in your face, but look where it's got him. The guy is the tip of the spear of the whole dadgum freedom movement in the United States, and people criticize him for it, right?
Exactly.
And like, okay, great, wonderful, criticize him for it, but you can't argue with success. You know, I'm sitting here in this studio, this state-of-the-art, fantastic combination radio, TV studio. It's going all over the world to millions of people. He's going to be rebroadcasting it 4 more times, I guess, or 5 more times or whatever before the next one pops up. It's kind of like, you know, Alex is like a professional soldier in this battle, and I'm the militia. You know, I show up when I can. I got to go tend the store. But, man, I tell you what, you can't say enough good about Alex Jones. I hear so many people saying bad things about him. I guess, you know, when you're, what's the old expression? When you're over the target.
Over the target, you get the flag.
You get the flag. That's right.
Bob, I wanted to correct something that caller said. I didn't get threats when I was living in Chicago. It was after I was already in New Mexico that those threats for criticizing Israel started.
Well, you know, you're not supposed to criticize Israel. That's not. It's in the Constitution. It's the 11th commandment in the Constitution. It says, "Thou shalt not criticize Israel because they can do no wrong." You know, now, you know, I went after them pretty bad on my show the last few weeks about what they've been doing in Gaza. You know, I mean, gee whiz, it's like, am I going to get in trouble for? Can I say this? Can I say this on the air? You know, the Holocaust thing was like, you know, never, never, never again. We've heard that over and over and over again, but the little asterisk was, you know, except we can do it to other people. You know, just nobody can do it to us.
And that goes back to Obama as well. I mean, as part of his change, which is not change, is the policy in regard to Israel and what it's doing to the Palestinians has not changed under Obama. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, and there is no peace process, and there never has been one.
That's right.
Okay, we're going to go to a break now, and after the break, we'll be back with Kurt Nimmo and phone calls. We got Chris in Mississippi, and Gage in Florida, and Ron in Arizona coming up on The Alex Jones Show.
Everything we said came true. Everything we've done's been right.
Yeah, and I did a bad thing too. This is Bob Dacey for Alex Jones. I don't have enough. We're going to be playing a video at the end of the show, so I'm going to be taking some callers real quick to be fair to the callers. We have Chris up from Mississippi. Chris, are you there?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm doing all right. What's happening?
Oh, shoot, nothing much, man. I just wanted to, I know Alex is probably listening to the show. I am a subscriber, and appreciate everything he's doing leading the movement. Now, one thing I wanted to call and ask about is, I don't know if you would have any knowledge or anything like that, but I'd recently got a letter sent home from my son's school. He's in the government re-education camps. Unfortunately, can't afford to send him to a private school, but he had got a letter saying that they had tested him and he showed pretty high and wanted to give him a formal IQ test and throw him in some kind of gifted program. Now, my question about that was, is that more of a, have y'all run across anything saying that that's more of like a fast track toward the, how they're re-educating our children, and you know what I'm trying to get at?
Well, I don't know specifically. I do know, I guess it's school district to school district, really. The more local control you have over a school district, the better off you're going to be there. I don't have any problem myself with, smarter kids being able to, explore their intellect in better environment than your average government control center. The question is your local school district, having their strings pulled by the federal government, or are they really independent? Is it really an independent school district? I wouldn't think anything bad about that if the kid's smart. Plus if he's really smart, he might be able to figure out if they're trying to con him. Thank you for the call. I appreciate that. I got Gage in Florida up next. Gage, are you there?
Yes, here. I was looking on Northcom.mil, and at the bottom of it, it has Avon flu. Now, I'm wondering why in the world would Avon flu be on Northcom's site if it has something to do with the CDC?
Kurt, you have
really.
Well, it's not just the CDC. The military is involved in the avian flu as well. I mean, they have contingency plans supposedly to. Northcom has contingency plans for national emergencies related to natural disaster and outbreaks of contagious diseases. So that's probably why it's there.
Because what I'm wondering is, it may sound conspiracy theory, but with all this weird stuff that's going on now with camps arising up. From FEMA. I'm wondering if this whole emergency camp thing is, going to be something like Avon flu, where they're going to say, oh, everyone's got Avon flu, they need to go to the camps. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it could be there could be some sort of a contrived thing, but I don't deal in what I don't know, and I don't know. You put it in the category, I wouldn't put it past them, Kurt.
No, I wouldn't put it past them either. Okay. They have any number of contingency plans, I think.
Okay, Gage in Florida, thank you very much for the call. We're trying to move quickly through here. I don't want to. I got Ron in Arizona up next. Ron.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. According to the Bible, just before the Lord Jesus Christ returns, it says there's going to be a world government, a world church, and a world economy. And if we're living in the last days, we should be seeing signs of that, just as Alex Jones, yourself, and others are talking about. The problem I have is, if this is all true, why aren't the pastors talking about the move to create a new world order? I've been in church for over 50 years, and I've only heard one pastor from the pulpit ever talk about it, and I've only heard few on the radio and TV talking about it.
Well, I'll try to answer that question, Ron. Thanks for the call. I'm guessing it's just because we hadn't reached enough of them yet, and they've been propagandized too much. We just need to work on the pastors. That's the deal, because the other side's definitely working on them. I'll tell you what, we're not going to take more phone calls. I'm going to introduce something in the next segment. We've got a video of Alex Jones with a hip-hop artist by the name of KRS-One. They did a little video, and for the next, coming out of the break, we're going to play this video that Alex shot with KRS-One, who is a I don't know if what is he, a hip-hop artist? He's not a rapper. I guess there's some intersection there. I really don't know. And if we have any time at the very end of the show, we'll say goodbye. But for right now, Kurt Nimmo, thanks for hanging in with us in this hour, and I may be back at the very end of the show to say goodbye. But this is Bob Dacey for Alex Jones, and Alex, I'm sure, will be back on Monday.
This is the shipping version of the Liberty unit. It's the basic unit that we work with. It consists of 14 cases and a pail of sprouting seeds and a sprouter. Extremely well balanced, and this is the one that we adjust for special dietary needs. like diabetics and people with gluten intolerances. Also, those who are concerned about not having any soy products or textured vegetable protein, this is the unit that we adjust for special needs. All of these one-year supplies are extremely well balanced. They have all the fruits and vegetables and dairy products, everything that you need for a normal diet, and it fits most people. But if you have special needs, if you're a vegan, or if you're a diabetic, or have gluten intolerances, please call us directly and we'll be able to adjust your unit to fit what you need. The 800 number is 800-810-4441, and that will get our administrative office and we'll help you as best we can.